New Rules by Stormy Wellington. Live life on your own terms and put God first. Introduction. I've always been known as a fighter, and after joining one of the most well-known network marketing companies in the industry, I wasn't going to settle for anything other than making it to the top. I ended up earning over $1 million my first year, and I've gone on to build one of the largest organizations in the country. However, it hasn't always been easy. I've gone through tragedy and depression that left me broke both emotionally and financially. But it was when I was at the bottom that I really began to study the rules that led to true success. When I began implementing what I had learned, I ended up not only rising back to the top of my industry, but within months, I was exceeding all the goals that I had set for myself. That success is what led me to create this short book. It contains the 20 new rules I discovered that can empower you to higher levels of success in your professional and personal lives. It's important to address both areas, professional and personal, because they are interrelated and have a definite effect on each other. That's why you are going to see rules on having standards, treating people the right way, and much more in this book. These are the rules that you need to know to transform your life and become financially independent. So let's get started. New rule number 1. My energy attracts my income, and I put my money to work for me. Look, one thing I've learned during my career is that you can't just go through the motions. If you want to obtain real success, it just doesn't work. If you have big goals and you want to attain them, then you need to attack those goals with the highest energy possible. You have to work hard. You have to focus on the work that needs to get done. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have fun. You should enjoy your life at every stage, but you can't expect success to come and find you. If you want to make real money and live the lifestyle of your dreams, you need to work hard. When you give something your all, that's when good things really start coming back to you. And the second part of this rule is that when you do start earning money, you need to be sure to invest back in yourself. Nobody knows everything. That's why you need to seek out training and learn from those who are doing what you want to be doing. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. I myself have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my own self-improvement to expand my knowledge and my network and to gain fellowship and inspiration that I use to build my movement. And one more thing. Don't be afraid to also invest your money back into your business so that you can take it to new heights. For example, look to invest in opportunities that can produce passive income, which means income that doesn't require you to physically be somewhere to generate it. Imagine having multiple money machines producing income for you, and you don't have to even show up to produce that money. You can sleep in, you can go on vacation, you can do whatever it is you want while you make money. New rule number 2. Always choose higher over comfort. This rule applies personally and professionally. As you grow, whether it is in your personal life or with your business, there are going to be times when you have to make a decision. Do you go outside your comfort zone in order to attempt to move higher, or do you stay comfortable where you are? Always choose to go higher. Succeeding isn't about staying comfortable and not taking any risk. You have to be willing to take chances. You have to be willing to fail sometimes. Remember, it's okay to fail. That's when we learn lessons that can power us to new heights we never imagined before. So don't make the mistake so many make and cling to being comfortable. Make a commitment to yourself that you are going to be willing to take risks and step out of your comfort zone in order to go higher. Always choose higher over familiar. This rule goes along with rule number 2. As we go through life, we get familiar with certain things. We establish routines and we start to live our lives a certain way. That's when it becomes difficult to break out and go to new levels of success. The simple truth is fear of change keeps many people from achieving their dreams. They cling to the familiar, unwillingly to step out and try new things. This keeps them from the success they could be experiencing. Maybe you want a man in your life, but you are afraid to go to the club or to ask that handsome guy you see at the gym for coffee. Or maybe you want to grow your business, but you are afraid to spend money and develop that new product idea you got last week. Well, you won't achieve massive success by sticking with the familiar. If you have to be willing, not if, but you have to be willing to take chances. Rule number 4. Always choose higher over evil. There are opportunities in everyone's life where they can cheat or fudge the truth in order to get ahead. It's important that you stay committed to doing right and not evil. Doing evil is a slippery slope that will ultimately lead to more hardship in your life, whether it's karma or the guilt that eats away at you about what you've done. You are ultimately going to experience consequences. So to paraphrase Michelle Obama, when they go low, you go high. Going high will win you the respect and will allow you to stay above the fray when you can enjoy more success and avoid getting stuck in all the stress and tension that comes along with doing evil. Trust me, you don't want evil in your life. You want to feel good about yourself and what you do. So always strive to go higher in everything you do. That's good, coach. Rule number 5. Never be afraid to go at it alone. Something else I've learned over the years is that if you want to be a true success, you have to be willing to step out on your own. There are going to be times where people around you don't share your vision and start to act as a hindrance. As you achieve more success, there are also going to be people who are jealous and who don't want to see you move higher. You have to be willing to step away from these types of people and go at it alone. Yes, it can be scary when you are on your own, but it's also an opportunity to develop your inner strength. You'll be amazed at what is possible when you put your faith in yourself and step out. Don't let negative Nellies bring you down. Don't let those who can't see what you can see keep you from turning your dreams into reality. To succeed today, you have to be willing to go at it alone sometimes. Rule number 6. Always choose standards over sex. As I said in the introduction, these new rules for living your best life cover both professional and personal aspects of our lives. This one is focused on the personal. Simply put, girls, you need to have standards. Giving away your body erodes your self-worth and can have dramatic effects on other areas of your life, including your professional life. To achieve the level of success you are after, you have to become a person with high standards and who won't accept less than the best and who values everything about herself, including her body and her mind. So set your standards and stick to them. Never choose sex over standards because you'll be tearing yourself down and keeping yourself from those high levels of success and happiness that you desire in your life. High standards serve as a roadmap of what to do when things get difficult. They'll guide you through the hard times and help you come out stronger and more successful on the other side. Low standards in one area of your life, especially when it comes to sex, can negatively impact your confidence and make it easier to cut corners and begin accepting less than the best. Once you start doing that, then it becomes much harder to get your life to the level you want it to be. Rule number 7, no more doubting myself. That's good. One of the biggest keys to success is mindset. If you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in yourself and what you are doing if you want to succeed. So many of us carry negative thoughts and beliefs that are limiting. A lot of women don't realize they have these beliefs. That's because these limiting beliefs and negative thoughts can seep into our subconscious, where they impact how we think and how we act. We may be afraid to start a business. We may be afraid to step out on our own. We may accept being treated below what we deserve by that man in our lives, all because we doubt ourselves and our self-worth. Well, I say enough with that. It's time to focus on the positive and to build a foundation of confidence that will allow you to accomplish your goals. Yes, even those crazy, outlandish ones. You are wonderfully made. You are smart and talented and deserve nothing but the absolute best in your life. Believe it, hold on to it, and accept nothing less. That was beautiful. Rule number 8. No more putting myself last. Something we women tend to do is put everyone in our lives first and us last. If we have a husband, we want him to be taken care of first. If we have kids, we want their needs to be above our own. These maternal instincts often carry over in our professional lives, where we may put our business partner's needs first, or we find ourselves worrying about everything other than ourselves. If you want to rise to the levels of success that you dream about, you have to learn to stop putting yourself last. You have to start focusing on what you need and what will be best for your business. That doesn't mean you have to ignore others in your personal and professional lives. It just means you need to carefully weigh your own needs against everyone else's needs, and sometimes that means that your needs must come first. You aren't going to be successful putting everyone else first all the time. There are going to be occasions where you need to put yourself first, and when you do that, it is going to lead to amazing progress towards your goals. Rule number 9. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Another issue that entrepreneurs like us frequently run into is not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings or create any turmoil. That leads us to talking around a problem or saying things that we don't actually mean just to sugarcoat the situation and avoid stress. But the truth is, this actually comes back to bite us later on. Make a commitment now to say exactly what you mean and to mean exactly what you say. I've found that it is easier and it's better to be honest with someone right up front than to beat around the bush and hope things are resolved another way. That second approach typically leads to stress and frustration. So be honest, even when it's difficult. Get something out in the open and immediately taken care of instead of letting it fester and become a bigger problem. Also, if you say something, mean it. If you say you are going to do something, then make sure you do that thing. Become a woman of honesty and that others can count on and take her word. This will dramatically improve how others view you and how to increase your stature in your niche. Ooh, she said how to increase your stature in your niche. I love it, Coach. I love it. Okay, we're going to get into the last rule for today, Rule 10. We will go through Rule 10 through 20 tomorrow, guys. So, Rule 10 says, I will set new boundaries for myself. I've discovered that living a happy, satisfied, successful life is about having boundaries. You have to have limits and standards that you need to adhere to. Without boundaries, it can be too easy to accept things that will negatively impact you personally and or professionally. On the other hand, by establishing boundaries, difficult situations become much easier to navigate. That guy who's still hanging around his ex and puts you second place at times, having a boundary makes it easier to say goodbye to him. Same at work. Having a quality boundary you are unwilling to cross makes it easy to ensure your customers receive the product they deserve. I'm sorry, guys. I want to stop right here. This is how you know this woman lives by what she says, because remember in the first episode where I was talking about how she will stop you right in your tracks if you cross a boundary? She literally said it in her book. having a quality boundary you are sorry.